so easy. I struggle to pinpoint the best story from my many decades of body image issues and other stuff. So I'm sharing my story of waking up on my 55th birthday 2 weeks ago. Who is this 55-year-old postmenopausal older woman staring back at me in the mirror? I almost don't recognise her. Where did that 25-year-old girl go? In the blink of an eye, I'm past my prime, I'm infertile and I'm invisible. My 90-year-old Nan Pearl's dying words cascade through my thoughts. Tan, I feel like I'm still 25 on the inside, but my body is betraying me. That's somewhat how I feel now. Looking a little closer, I realise I'm starting to look like how I remember my Nan. I'm probably the same age now as she was when I was a teenager, and she seemed really old then. Is that me? Am I old? Wrinkles, sunspots, and something called creepy skin. Yes, it is a thing. And that body that I punished throughout the decades for not being perfect enough. That body that I thought was too big, when in fact it was probably often too small. Well, it's a little bigger now. The research says that weight gain at menopause is minimal. Really? I'm fit and healthy, and almost overnight, here I am 10 kilograms heavier. Perhaps I seem fine, but none of my clothes that I've been wearing for the last 25 years fit. It's confronting. I love my clothes, and I now love my past body. How can I possibly love this skin I'm in? I even question whether I look like a health coach and personal trainer, and whether I possess the look of what the media tells us a midlife woman in this pro-aging era should look like now. Of course, as a role model for my clients, I should embrace this version of me and recognise that's different from me 20, 10, or even 5 years ago. I also know the media shares incredibly beautiful, genetically blessed women, versions of midlife women, and even then, their images are manipulated. I know all this, but I still find myself standing here questioning. Where did this belly come from? Where did that back fat come from? Where did those knee wrinkles come from? Where have my muscles gone? Where has my waist gone? Where have those perky breasts gone? It's estrogen. Oh yes, it's all good and well to say that not having to worry about periods, pregnancy or PMS is a positive as a postmenopausal woman. But what has happened to this skin I'm in? Estrogen, it's the fountain of youth, and it's gone along with my fertility. Accepting it is a challenge. On the one hand, I pride myself on my natural approach to health, wellness and ageing. On the other hand, I think I may be vain. I struggle with what I see in the mirror right now. I'm embarrassed to admit that I even question, should I take estrogen for my looks? Is that even legal? To use hormone treatment to look better? I haven't even utilised hormone treatment for menopause. I didn't feel that I really needed it. Menopause was a roller coaster, but ultimately I found my way forward and I feel really good. But do I look good? I'm not so sure anymore. But does it matter? Does the way we look affect how we feel about ourselves? Does how we look affect our confidence and our self-esteem? I think it kind of does. When we feel good about ourselves, we shine brighter. But what does good mean now? Now as a 55-year-old post-menopausal woman. So estrogen, do I succumb to the pressure? Both societal and perhaps a little of my own, not to age? As I search Google, yep, it confirms estrogen is the key to maintaining your looks as you age. But it's almost too late. You see, there seems to be a window before adding estrogen back into your body once it's gone becomes a risk. And I'm fast running out of time to make that decision. What will I do? In my heart, I think I know the choice I'll make. Because ultimately, I do have a strong philosophy about ageing. Ageing is a privilege and a gift. And as much as I may be vain, I enjoy ageing. I actually enjoy the apparent invisibility of ageing. This invisibility has allowed me to become more visible than ever before. I can no longer hide behind my looks. I can no longer blame my looks for why I'm not taken seriously. I can no longer use my looks as an excuse. My invisibility and this aging skin I'm in have somehow transformed me into a more visible and beautiful person. I have started to show the world and myself who I really am, on the inside, not just the outside. This body, it has survived an eating disorder as a teenager. It has dealt with way too much alcohol in my 20s. It grew two beautiful humans in my 30s. It ran a marathon in my 40s, and it completed an Ironman triathlon in my 50s. This body has allowed me to enjoy and experience the decades of my life so far. I'm now so much more than just what I look like. I'm now more confident. I'm now able to speak my mind. And I'm now becoming what I believe is the very best version of me. This older woman staring back in the mirror, she has decades of experience and knowledge and wisdom. She is capable and strong and incredibly resilient. Somewhat like my nan. And yet, I'm still questioning her worth. I'm still worried about what she looks like. I look closer into the mirror, and who, this older woman I see staring back at me, is a woman who finally understands her worth, a woman who empowers other women, a woman who is embracing the journey of aging, a 55-year-old post-menopausal woman who has finally chosen to love the skin she is in. Thank you.